Hello everybody, my name is Leonardo Sanchez, and today's game I'll be, you know, analyzing is my friend Pedro. Uh, I played this game before when it first came out, but later after, cause I seen the trailers and it makes you like I could spoil it. The aesthetic, it feels like you're in an action movie, and that the visuals of what the movements of this character can do seems fun in general, just fun. What's the game supposed to do. However, at the beginning, right here, just a short introduction of the story. He's your friend Pedro and everything, but uh, but as for teaching the player how to play, is maybe some game developers will be frowned upon, but it's the typical instruction right there. Move around, jump, and you look. There's the UI of where he's looking exactly at. I say this is fine because I really don't know how you could visually tell the player how to play the game. Whatchamacallit? No, the stuff that the developers have to hold the player's hand to know how to play this part of the game. Like the wall jump here. Overall, the avatar feels responsive, seems quite floaty, in a good way. It's like Super Mario kind of jumps. And the wall jumps are nice. Seems, what should we call it? Natural, I guess. In this world, I mean. And here's our first weapon, the pistol. Infinite ammo and everything. This is where we aim, and this is how you shoot. Teaching us the basics of the game. Overall, it could be disappointing for few. Maybe some people already know, but the thing about the tutorial is quite short, and it puts you to the action right away, and it demonstrates. Well, here it's teaching us how to proceed, and the interactivity right here I like to announce is that it does not tell you exactly, but as you crouch next to a block or any sort of cover, your character station in a way that is telling us, the player, that he is taking cover. That's something. Well, not something. More like there are things that the tutorial does not tell us, but we visually see and we perceive that information. There is tutorials, but the tutorial is only for a mechanic too complex to be shown. So I guess it's easier for the developers to just say it right there. The tutorial is still not done. This is still, the introduction, the procedure of the story, and telling us the basic of the game. For the first thing is, this is a action pace type of game, and we are gonna kill a bunch of enemies. As for one, as the cutscenes finish, I'm pretty sure most players will not be crouching down immediately, so we automatically gets up, and the game has an auto lock to hit the nearest target or whatever target you're hitting. And as those first two shots, I notice with the enemy, he always misses twice. It gives the player a chance to react to this unannounced hostile activity. This is nice, and it just gives us more ways to interact, to approach this. Because the camera tilted to give us more information about there's more enemies up ahead, but at the same time, the maps that I like are quite encouraging you to combine two elements, and those two elements I'll be saying is jump, wall jump, and shoot. Maybe not for most players, but I like to believe that the developers are making this in purpose. Tell us, you know, to go wacky. Like right here, there's cover right here, so we take cover. However, this is also for most people who are inexperienced. They'll realize that every shot they you know, their cover takes damage. By those visual cues, the interactivity, the information that's given to us is the box is breaking. I like that. It's telling us that we can't stay here forever, so we must act and shoot these people. The HUD is right there. There's some information there that's still not explained, but it will eventually. However, one thing I remember playing the first time in this game is that I saw the stairs and I was getting confused because I was going like at first. Oh, that was easy. Oh no, I like to get back down there, but it was hard for me to get back. But I guess that was the purpose, I like to say, because there's no way back but forward. So once you go to the stairs, it immediately puts you there. But there are some levels that you kind of have to go back downstairs because you forgot something or blah blah. But it seems like it's hard to get back down, like to the other side. I don't think that was too intentional. I'm not sure. Let's keep moving. And as I proceed, I'm going quickly because I don't have much time. This is another tutorial that the developers has to hold your hand, and he's explaining you one of the core mechanics of the game, the focus. It slows down in mid-air, like you know, ooh, and that makes you harder to hit, and it slows down time. It makes you feel like an action hero. One demonstration, like that. Now let me keep going, and there's another one. You could lock on to two targets at once. These are two mechanics that are gonna be very prevalent for the game. And after that, boom, you're straight back to the game. And there's two enemies that are just laid out, telling you, enticing the player to use what you just learned. Practice. I jump, slow down time, locked him, and shoot him both. Overall, the feedback I get back is the jumping is cool. Everything seems nice, but the thing I like the most, the one that I feel like most of these players will love the game the most, is that moment when you use focus and split your gun in twice, like this. Whoop. That moment right here is the dopamine that we get in our brain, the core thing that the game is want us to entice us to do. Like right here, the layout of this level purposely made that way, so we are encouraged to use that, focus, and shoot. It's aesthetically pleasing, is nice, and it feels good. Each of the level design is designed in a way that encourage us to keep using those tactics. It just, in a way, is just fun, and it keeps us going back. I'm just looking at that. And this is the third core mechanic of the game. And after this is pretty much the last tutorial. It's telling you how to dodge. It gives you a brief moment to dodge. And after all of that, let me quickly proceed to the level. Sorry. Yeah, it's just teaching you how to play the game, blah blah. Okay. Yeah, after that, the game stops holding your hand. This is the actual level. The tutorial is out of the window, and after that, it shoots you straight to the level, the first level of the game. And at this point, the difficulty curve starts going, and it entices the player to, you know, what we learn. Go in, we shoot. It's the basics of shooting. We roll. There's wall jumps. He's shooting at me. I dodge, and I shoot. And there's a score system down there too. And this is another thing. The level layout. There's a hole here. Why? Because the game wants you to want to be a badass, and it makes me expect that there's gonna be an enemy once I go there. And behold, it is true. And if I play that correctly, it would have been more cool, and I get more points. And there's an enemy there. There's another one enemy there. The way these enemies comes out entices you to do cool stuff. However, I wished it tells you how to do the melee attack though, because it doesn't tell you have a melee attack. Press triangle and that's your melee. I don't know why it doesn't tell you at the tutorial. I think it does, but I forgot. It's later on the story on the game. Let me just keep going and let me read my script. Let me pause the video here and go to the different level, show you one last thing. Alright, I'm back. This is the thing I was telling you. This is a new, I guess you could say, mechanic or object that we interact with. At first it tells us that as we step on it, it slows downward, descends downward slowly. It puts the enemy away so we don't get too surprised and we fumble with it too much. And there we continue. And it gives us a way to play with this new obstacle, this terrain, this platform. And it kind of anticipates the player that like it descends, you can't do nothing about it, so you must be prepared and do these cool stuff. It entices you to do these stuff. At that point, as the game progresses, more of these elements keep showing, keep popping out, and there's no tutorial anymore. You just play around with it, and then as we play around, we learn and we use those new toys, these new platforms, to make us more cooler, and that's really fun. And the difficulty of it is that there's a lot, and there's more goons with more guns. And the layout's still the same. It's just the challenges to overcome those obstacles, that challenge to be cool and accumulate as many points as you can. And now that's all the 15 minutes I have. I hope you like this analysis. There's still more to this game. I showed you just the beginning part, but that is all. And good night for everybody.